the next morning and my foot does feel better. I kept it elevated all night. I think that helped. Or maybe it would have felt better anyway, I don't know. But yeah, the next couple days are going to be me just kind of hanging tight. I have some ideas, but I'm at least going to try and like upload my next video and start editing and get some stuff done while I'm recovering here. Everything's charged up and my ankle is feeling better. I'm just going to take a walk around the University of Texas El Paso campus. Go back over to where the trains stop, and then I'm going to come back around and go back to some other fast food place probably. I don't think I can walk too far right now, but it's good to get the joint moving and everything. It is still pretty cold, but it's actually not too bad right now. It's high is supposed to be 50 today, which is kind of low, and it seems like that's kind of the situation in Arizona too. But anyway, I'll just go ahead and take a walk and I'll give you the highlights. It's a cool little art installation in this roundabout. This whole stadium seems like it's kind of basically carved out of the mountain. You can see over there where it's kind of been chipped away. And these little spikes over here. And then over there, you can see the stuff. I don't know what's going on over there exactly, those wires. I guess it's probably some sort of border security thing, because what you're looking at is the city of Juarez. Okay, the wires are just power lines. They just looked a little strange from a distance. But still, I'm gonna go over there and get a good vantage. There it is. So I believe the actual border is that little black fence right there. And this city on the other side is Juarez. And these highways on this side are the United States. There's a train right there. I don't think that's the line that I came in on. I think I came in on these tracks down here. But up this way you can kind of see more. I think where that exit is right there, that's basically where the entrance to the tracks is. I'll show you when I get over there. There it is. That's where I hopped out of yesterday. So there's just this little ramp right here. I don't even know why really this exists. I guess it's just a maintenance ramp. But the train came in this way, kind of pulled around that corner and then stopped, and I was right there. And yeah, getting off the train, rolled my ankle pretty bad. I just hobbled up this slope here and up through the campus, just like, you know, weird outsider, dirty clothes and a gigantic backpack limping through a college campus. That's me. That was at 2 o'clock. Right now it's like 1:30 or something. I don't think I'm actually going to hang around here, but I would like to know if the train comes on a regular schedule or not. It should be kind of semi-regular, I would think. This just looks like a fantastic parkour spot. Definitely imagine like a Dom Tomato or Ed Scott or one of those guys training over here. Like, damn, you think you could probably do like a Kong, what do they call it, cat? They don't call it a cat anymore. What do they call it? I don't know. Kong over this and then grab the wall and hang down. And then, hell, 180 there. Back up to here. Probably. Alright, day 2 here in El Paso. I'm getting really tired of just sitting around fast food places and watching YouTube videos or whatever. So I've decided what I'm going to do today is I'm going to sit by the tracks here and just look at the trains. at least for a few hours. See if anything stops by. I might try and sleep down here tonight because I think I want to try and get out tomorrow. I'm not even confident that I can hop a train from here. I mean, if the trains stop here, it should be pretty easy. But I don't know if like a lot of trains stop at this exact spot. Looking at the map a little more, it seems like there's a few different train yards in El Paso. I mean, it's kind of like a major crossroads for train lines. So yeah, I don't know. I'm just gonna sit here and look and watch and see if a lot of trains do or do not stop here. All right, well, I sat there for 3 hours and I saw one train. It was going the wrong way. So I don't know. It doesn't mean that I can't catch a train there. It just means it might take a while. It's also very cold out here. Not very cold. It's cold when you're sitting still. So not going to be real pleasant. Alright, I'm going to find a place to sleep. Unfortunately, this spot where I'm trying to catch this train from is just not very accessible. So I can't sleep anywhere where I'll be able to monitor the tracks overnight, which is kind of what I've been trying to do for most of the places I've been trying to catch trains at so far. Because, you know, a lot of trains will travel overnight routes and they'll stop at like 4 a.m. But I can't really monitor that with this spot, so instead I just need to be nearby, I think, and then I'll go there in the morning, and it's going to be cold, but I'll just go there in the morning and try and monitor the tracks all day and see if the opportunity to hop presents itself. Here's what I got. Here's this wall here. Over that is a parking lot. On the other side there's a freeway. The whole area is illuminated by floodlights. But, you know, I got a hat I can pull down over my head. So I'm not too worried about that. You know, there's walls on both sides. They're not very high, but they should do the job. Should at least get me through the night. Honestly, I've only been sitting here for a little bit. I've just decided that I just don't want to sit here. This is a very, very inconvenient spot to wait. I don't think trains come here very often. Probably like a couple every day would be my guess. Maybe if I was here overnight, I'd have a better chance of catching one. But sitting here during the day is fucking miserable. There's no signal here whatsoever, so I can't be on the internet. I just have to sit here with my thoughts. And it's very cold. There's a wind. There's just like a cold northern wind that is constantly blowing, and my fingers are going numb. Alright, so here's what I've decided. There is a good place here to hitchhike, I believe. So I'm gonna walk up there. It's 7 miles-ish. And then what I'm gonna try and do is hitchhike up to Las Cruces, and then there is somewhere over here there's a truck stop where I can potentially get hitchhike further out, and then I believe in Deming there is the railroad runs through Deming. Yeah, so I could potentially try and get back on the railroad in Deming, or I could just try and hitchhike all the way there. We'll see when we get there how easy it'll be to get on the train or whatnot, or if it's just easy enough to get a ride, then maybe it wouldn't even be an issue to hitchhike. Probably take a little bit longer, but it would be a little bit safer. So, you know, trade-offs. This would be a good opportunity to just kind of examine some of the plants and stuff around here. Obviously the cactus. This is very much cactus country. Some of them are like this kind of yellow color, some of them are purple. And these things right here are some sort of nightshade. that I looked up a while ago. They are poisonous, so I wouldn't really try that. There's like these guys over here. Try and get over there without spiking myself. Oh, and there's this cactus right there. I don't know what that is exactly, but it's quite kind of cool. Maybe a hedgehog cactus or something like that. There's these guys right here. They're kind of cool. They stick up into the air like that. I guess this is from the same plant. I was thinking that was a different one, but maybe they're all the same thing. Very interesting plants around here. Most of them have spikes. Not all of them. You know, there's these guys right here and whatnot. They don't super duper have spikes, but this bush over here is kind of what I was looking at. These have super spikes. Look at those guys. Yeah, I gotta be careful around here. I assume at some point I'm gonna trip and fall into a cactus or something. That's gonna be a bad day. So I slept there for one night, relatively protected, and in the morning I made the way up to the on-ramp I was going to hitchhike at. Well, I didn't actually do any hitchhiking. I gotta be honest, I'm not feeling very good lately. Just you know, mood-wise, sort of. Is that better? Sort of, yeah, feeling a little sluggish, feeling a little down. I guess, you know, getting my ankle twisted up and having to stay in the same place for multiple days does that to you. Been sitting at McDonald's all day, eating McDonald's, and fucking fries and burgers and drinking Coke. Doesn't help at all. I slept there for the night, and in the morning I made my way to Las Cruces. Alright, welcome to Las Cruces. Hope I'm pronouncing that right. I woke up, got on the highway, made a sign, and then like the second car that came by was this lovely couple and regaled me with some some trivia about different books and movies. And now I'm here in Las Cruces. I've got to walk a little bit to get to the truck stop. Then I will try to get over to Deming, which is where I am hoping to catch a train. I asked around at the truck stop briefly, and a lot of truckers aren't allowed to pick up hitchhikers, so I got a lot of no's. But I made my way up to the on-ramp near there, and I tried hitchhiking for a little bit. Seems like there's nobody at this on-ramp except for truckers, mostly. And that's because there's nothing over here except for a couple of truck stops. I did go over and ask a couple truckers at the truck stop already if they were going this way. Got mostly negative responses. So I'm thinking there is another on-ramp, or another on-ramp over this way that has a McDonald's nearby, so I could go over there and get something to eat and try and hitchhike from there instead. What you're not seeing in between these little clips is me staying in the same place for multiple days in a row, doing absolutely nothing. It's certainly nothing worth filming. I'm gonna blind myself for a minute here with this flashlight because just been having some thoughts. Pretty much just going through a little depressive episode here. Like yesterday I stayed in my tent literally all day. I stayed in my tent for 36 hours straight, I'm pretty sure. Like I got in at night and then I slept, you know, however long, stayed there the entire day the next day, and then slept the next night. It was weird, it was crazy, but I just didn't feel like moving at all. And I think it's pretty much just because, like, the plan that I have to execute on right now is kind of just intimidating. You know, I have to hitch a ride to Deming, where a train runs through, but I don't know if it stops. In fact, I'm pretty sure it doesn't stop, but it might go through slow enough for me to catch. If it does go through slow enough for me to catch, then I've got to go catch that, which I've never caught a rolling train before, and I know it's way dangerous. My ankle feels fine now, so hopefully that's not an issue. But even then, and that train has to stop in Tucson, which is a pretty big yard, and much bigger than any yard I've been to so far. So I don't know how that's going to go. And then once I get to Tucson, if I get out of the yard, okay, then I have to hitchhike up to Phoenix, which is just another whole jump that I have to make. So it's just a lot of uncertainty and a lot of like risk involved in my plan right now. I'm not really sure what to do about that exactly. I mean, I guess I could hitchhike the whole way to Phoenix, which is less risky but a whole lot more uncertain, because I don't know if I'm going to be able to get a ride most of the way there. You know, I am running out of money. Money shouldn't be an issue until I get to Phoenix. Yeah, I should have enough money to get to Phoenix, rather, even if I did hitchhike, but it's still just like not a lot of fun. And I guess on top of that, I'm just kind of like, you know, I don't know, thinking about why I'm even out here and what I'm doing, and reflecting on life and stuff. And I think that's important too. Not sure if I have anything to share on that front yet, but I've just been thinking about stuff. So I don't know. I think once I get a little bit further and the way forward becomes a little bit clearer, I think my head will clear up a little bit. But for now, I'm just kind of thinking about stuff. Alright, today is January 29th. I have come to a decision that I am going to take a Greyhound. So I was out hitchhiking, trying to get a ride, and I saw a Greyhound bus go by, and I was like, wait a minute, are there Greyhound buses that come out of here? So I looked it up, and indeed there are. And it turns out a bus from here to Mesa, which is where I'm going. Mesa and Phoenix are like the same city. I've gotten in trouble for saying stuff like that before, but a bus ticket to Mesa, Arizona turns out to be $42, which I have in PayPal. So I went ahead and bought the ticket. It leaves on the 29th in the evening, so tomorrow. Correction, today's the 29th and I leave on the 31st, so I do have 2 more nights. So I have basically 2 whole days to just fuck around, I guess. I want to go take a look at those mountains, see how close I can get to the mountains, maybe even climb up in them a little bit, get a nice overview of Las Cruces, and just kind of have some fun with it for the next couple days. I've been hearing these trains coming through, and every time I hear it I think about hopping one, but I think this line just goes north-south, so I just end up back in El Paso, or up like in bumfuck nowhere, New Mexico. Yeah, so obviously this is like a very stylized little strip mall here, but that's the kind of thing that I'm seeing a lot of, even in El Paso. It's this kind of, I don't know, Pueblo architecture. It's obviously just a facade. I doubt you see much of this kind of actual construction, at least on new buildings around here, but definitely the style has stuck around. Here's another thing that becomes apparent, is that weed is legal in New Mexico. So that's cool. I am generally pro marijuana. I don't know how much I can really say without incriminating myself, but it's legal here, so I don't know, maybe I can say whatever I want. So this guy right here is a barrel cactus, I believe, and I don't know exactly, but I know a lot of cactus do have edible fruits. I don't know if this one's edible, but it looks nice. I mean, it looks like I want to bite into it. Maybe if I'm outside of the city sometime and see one of those, I'll give it a try. This has got to be some sort of relative of the prickly pear. That's got a very different shape to it. So these here have got to be flash flood channels. I remember my dad, who's probably watching this right now, used to tell a story about how he lived in Albuquerque briefly. His family was in the Air Force, so they moved around a lot and ended up in Albuquerque at one point, and he said he used to play in these flash flood ditches. So let me know, Dad, in the comments if this is the sort of thing you were talking about. So this here is a Dollar General, and this is something I've been doing a little more lately, getting a better feel for it. Just doing a little bit of dumpster diving. This does not look like it's going to the Dollar General. This is probably some sort of other thing. Maybe it's even just a communal dumpster. Could still be some cool stuff in here if you wanted to dig, but I'm mostly just looking to see if there's anything easy on the top. I mean, I've been finding lots of good stuff though. I found like a jar of peanut butter the other day at a gas station. You know, I showed a couple things in just like 2 videos ago. I found some maybe it was 3 videos ago even. Found some good edible stuff. I mean, depending on how picky you are, you could even get like some of this stuff here, these crusts and whatnot. I am not starving right now, so I'm not gonna take anything that is basically anything that isn't prepackaged. If there's even a slight chance of contamination, I'm not gonna risk it. What's this? Light bulbs? 60-watt clear light bulbs. I wonder if those are working or not. Not that I need any light bulbs, but just, you know, taking a look doesn't hurt. Looks like this is the Greyhound station, or, you know, transit hub in general, where the Greyhounds will stop. So about 2 nights from now, this is where I'll need to be. And that bus is overnight bus. It says it's going to take like from 6 p.m. to like 3 a.m., which is quite a while. It's what, 4, 6, 9 hours? Feels like 9 hours is a little much for just as far as we're going, but you know, it's Greyhound, so it's not like they're known for their efficiency or anything. Well, anyway, according to the map, there's a Walmart way down this way. I also need to find like a McDonald's or Wendy's or something where I can fill up my water bottle, because my water bottle is totally empty. You can just see the other highway over there where I'm gonna be. That's pretty close to where the Walmart is, so that's my goal for right now. It's a pretty cool mural here. I was seeing some other graffiti stuff, like really really good graffiti somewhere else. Seems like there must be some graffiti artist that lives in town. He's been commissioned to do some of this, maybe. I mean, I assume that this is commissioned because there's like a sketch of some lettering that's going to go above it. But who knows, maybe that lettering was there before and this graffiti's been done over top of it. Either way, it's really well done, so cool. Yeah, I don't know, maybe my my goal of getting up into the mountains isn't going to be that realistic. Kind of looks like they are a little bit further away than they look. There we go. That's all the food I'm gonna get until I get some more money, or I can find something in a dumpster or whatever. So that's everything that's in my PayPal. My Patreon pays out on the 1st, so I will have some more money at that point. And once I get a hold of all the debit cards for everything, I can cash that out, and then I can actually buy from, you know, a grocery store instead of having to do fast food all the time. It's gonna be a lot cheaper. Can stretch that a lot further. Speaking of Patreon, I'll just go ahead and remind y'all that this is really the only way I'm getting money is through direct donations and Patreon. And if you do want to join the Patreon, you're not just donating to me, you're also getting some perks. You get access to the Discord. I'll be on there, and all the other patrons will be on there. And you also get access to exclusive videos and the ability to vote in polls to help me just make important decisions, stuff like that. So head on over there, and you'll be helping me out a lot, and you'll get some cool stuff for yourself. So the mountains up ahead are not very realistic, but this is my new target. I get to the top of this little hill, which I think is Tortuga Mountain, and should be a pretty good view of the city from there. I'm almost 100% sure that those are edible, although I don't know how. They don't look super mature, but definitely keep an eye out for that sort of thing. Now that's a lot of cactus. And these guys are another one I was reading about, which are choyas. Choya cactus. And those yellowish fruits should be edible as well. This person just seems to be a cactus enthusiast, which is pretty cool. Oh man, I have been more or less stationary for the last like 4 or 5 days. So all this walking today has been kind of killer, but oh well, here I am. I'm getting there at least. Should be just a little further to the base of the hill, and hopefully I can find somewhere around here to camp tonight. I mean, this is not a you know, you're obviously not supposed to come in here, but as long as I can get somewhere where I won't be seen, then I should be fine. Alright, I'll just lay my shit here by this little gravel pile so that I can walk the rest of the way without, you know, 30 pounds worth of crap on my back. This might be a good spot for to actually sleep tonight too. Should be easy enough to find my way back to as well. Still got enough time left. The limiting factor here is going to be either my battery or my energy. Alright, I'm here at the trailhead, I guess. It's probably a bad sign that my ankles are already hurting, and the left one, which is the one I rolled, is not feeling great. This isn't the tallest mountain in the world though, so I don't know, it should be fine. I'll take it slow. I've still got plenty of time. Oh yeah, breathing heavy. We're getting there. And the view is already something. I've reached the sort of lesser peak here. Not too much further to get to the actual peak. And you can tell from here how absolutely absurd it was to think that I could walk to those mountains. I just like extremely underestimated how big those mountains are and how far away they are, which is very funny in hindsight. Well, there it is. That would be the summit. Alright, I catch my breath and then see the sights. Oh, well, well. You can just see for miles and miles and miles. There's those mountains. There's a little town over there. Little town over there. There's a road that winds into the mountains up here. If I was to stay around a little longer, I definitely want to try and get over there. Probably try and hitchhike. And if we look north, you can see I-10, or no, that's I-25, which winds its way north. Which I'm looking here. I-25 winds its way north towards Albuquerque, way over there. It's possible you can even see it from here. I wouldn't know. You can see where we started from. Let's make sure I'm zooming in on the right spot. That little line there I think is I-10, and we started from like where I-10 kind of meets Las Cruces, and so I walked this whole freaking distance today, all the way up to there, all the way up the hill. And then if you look south, I'm pretty sure you can see El Paso from here. Like, I'm not sure that's El Paso, but it certainly could be. I didn't feel like it was that long of a drive, and that's the right sort of area, so pretty sure that's El Paso. I'm gonna wait a couple minutes here. I'm pretty sure the sunset's gonna be great. Looks just a little bit hazy, which is good for sunsets. And maybe once the sun sets, we can even look at the stars a little bit before heading down. Alright, well, that's the end of this video. I want to take this section at the end while we're looking at this sunset to just talk a little bit. So at this point I have posted the rail hopping video, and that did quite well. It was about 5,000 views last time I saw it. It's probably more now, but my mobile data has been cut off because I have not been paying it. Knew that was going to happen eventually, and it's honestly kind of nice to just have some time to myself, you know, get rid of the distractions, and so I'm not too cut up about that. Immediately after the end of this video, I went to Mesa, Arizona, where I stayed with my cousin for about a week, and she was very, very generous. She gave me money, she gave me some stuff. I'll be talking a little bit more about that in the next video, but I did not film much while I was there, so that's why there's a bit of a delay here. Not that most people care about that. I think most people are pretty happy to just kind of chill and wait for the next one, but in case you care, the regular 1 week schedule is going to be a little bit interrupted, but I am hoping to make up for that by doing another sort of self-contained video, hopefully. Thinking I'll show off kind of everything that's in my pack, and maybe do a couple little one-off videos like that. But I'm running out of sunset clips to talk over, so I guess I'll just leave it there for now.